Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Out and about today on my beautiful Ducati 899 Panigale for a bit of, well, what I'm going to call a waffle vlog. Anyway, stick around, stay tuned, let's have a bit of a chin wagoner ride. Alright, what the heck is a waffle vlog? I hear you say. Well, it's just a word I kind of like. Somebody the other day, when I posted a video up, I don't know, a couple of months back on my GS, it was just a general vlog type video, and somebody said, I like your waffle vlogs, and I thought, well, that's a great title. I'm just going to, when I do vlogs from now on, I'm going to call them a waffle vlog. I think that's hilarious. Anyway, so that's what that's about. So thank you for whoever it was that came up with that name. I apologise that I haven't made a note of your name. That's outrageous, isn't it? But the whole point of these vlogs is that they're unprepared, and they're just me having a bit of a waffle. That's the point. Anyway, today, it's Sunday, I think it's the 29th of May. Beautiful Sunday morning. I just wanted to come out on the Panigale for a couple of reasons. The main one being, I've just bought myself a brand new GoPro Hero 10. Should I go down here? Go down here? No, let's not go down there. Oh, go on then. Don't know where it comes out. But I do. I think it's nowhere useful. But I don't think I've ever been down here before on my channel and can show you some of these rather lovely houses down here. This is called Upper Hollis. It's one of the posh parts of Great Bissenden, where the not super rich live, that's somewhere else, but the just slightly rich live. Anyway, it's very nice, as you can see. So what was it about? Yes, I bought myself a GoPro Hero 10 because I've started to get a few comments from people saying that my video quality just isn't as good as other vloggers and I should do something about it. So I thought, yeah, you're probably right. Now, I'm not convinced that it's anything to do with my cameras. On my helmet I have been using a GoPro Hero 8, and then on the handlebars previously I've been using a, I don't want to go off road on the old Panny. Let's turn around. And then on the handlebars I had been using a 9. Think about that then. And the 9 was absolutely fine, and I don't think the 10 really offers anything over and above that, but I thought it would be good to standardise on the 9 and 10 so that I can standardise on batteries as much as anything. So I only have to carry, I'm making a right meal of this. Panigale is not good in terms of turning circle. Maybe I shouldn't have come down here. So yeah, so I can standardise on batteries, so if I'm going out and about on a tour or something, I only have to carry one set of batteries. And also this does 4K, has a slightly faster processor, that sort of thing. I won't bore you with all the technical details, but anyway, what I want to see on this vlog is how it deals with things like leaves and stuff, or whether they go all blocky. Now that's as much to do as the way that YouTube processes things as the camera, but anyway, you're not here to talk about technical stuff to do with cameras. Let's talk bikes. First off, you may note petrol lights on, so I've no idea how much fuel I've got on here. One of my bugbears of the Panigale is that it has no fuel gauge, so why don't I nip forthwith to the nearest fuel station. Unfortunately we don't have many fuel stations around the Great Bissenden Way. There are a few, you know, the nearest are sort of 5 miles away, and I've come in the wrong direction for the Shell one where I could get some premium fuel. Just going to nip to the sort of local independent. I think it's a Jet, but I don't think they do premium, but we'll have a look. I'm always putting the, well, what we used to call premium unleaded in my bikes and cars these days. It's the E5 version of fuel with the lower amount of ethanol, 5% rather than 10, just because you get better fuel economy, better for your engines. And overall it actually ends up better value, even though it costs more at the pump. So I hope you've had a good weekend. I've had an absolute cracker. I was up at the Bike Shed Custom Bike Show Friday night and Saturday. It's on again today. Absolutely cracking show. First time I've been up there. I won't say too much about it because I've got a video coming up hopefully on Wednesday if I get my finger out. Hello Mr. Vespa rider. Hopefully on Wednesday about that. A bit of a mishmash of a video because I took it over the 2 days I was there. There's some stuff from my iPhone basically from the Friday night, and then some stuff off of my handheld GoPro from yesterday. But a really great show. I mean, a brilliant atmosphere, different to any other shows I've been to. Took Mrs. Flora along, she even enjoyed it, so that just shows, you know, how many bike shows can you take your missus to that they enjoy. Great location, really friendly people, some amazing bikes, every one a work of art with a story behind it. and it's now officially one of my top 2 favourite bike shows in the UK. It won't be the last time I ever go, so check out my video on Wednesday if you're interested in that. And hello to everybody that I saw there. Lovely to meet so many of you, and those that came and said hello, and I apologise to those that tried to say hello and I couldn't for one reason or other, or had a few people trying to say hello while I was filming, and I'm just kind of conscious that I might have appeared a bit rude, so I didn't mean to be. I'm sorry if I didn't get to speak to you. Oh, fuel light's gone out now. So I've absolutely no idea how much fuel is in here. It seems every time I come out of the Panigale I have fuel worries. I go to a fuel station, you can barely put any in, but the fact that the light's gone out is now making me think that I don't need it after all. So I've come a route that's not a particularly good ride. It does mean I can give the old Panny a bit of a stretch. Now I'm often saying that, you know, I love the Panigale, but I very rarely ride it, and that is true, but I do try and ride it at least once a month to keep everything in good order, to get everything up to proper operating temperature, keep the fluids running through it. And every time I do ride it, it does give me a thrill. I absolutely love this bike, but the main reason I own it is not because I think sports bikes are a good idea on the road, because clearly they're not. They make you ride like a hooligan, as I've probably just demonstrated. But again, I just like them as a piece of art as much as anything. And again, you know, people say, oh, have some self-control, your right hand's your throttle control, you don't have to ride fast. Well, that is true, but these bikes just egg you on to go fast all the time. And in the case, hello, fuel lights on again, maybe I will get some fuel. In the case of the 899, it only really comes alive at over 7,000 RPM. So here I am behind this car, I'm in 5th, doing 3.5. And it's not great to ride like this. It's alright, it's perfectly smooth, but it's not particularly fun about it. It only really comes alive when it, as I say, when it barks to life at 7,000 RPM, by which time you're doing silly speeds. Boy, does it sound good. So I can't condone sports bikes to you for use on the road, unless you've got extreme self-control. But I absolutely love these things to look at and to ride occasionally, just to blow the cobwebs away. This is just good for my soul. Getting up relatively early on the Sunday and coming out. Sorry to the neighbours, starting the bike up early on. Yeah, it just sets me up for the day. I've got a busy day today, editing up lots of videos. It's going to be a long haul. It's a petrol station. Let's see if I can... Yeah, the light's on. Let's go for it. This is the in this side. So yeah, it just sets me up for the day. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Anything premium? No, there isn't. Oh well, beggars can't be choosers in this case then. Having said I always go premium in this case, I'm going to go standard unleaded. Oh dear. Sorry Ducati, you're going to get some E10 today. Right, let's see, can I see any in there? Can't see any in there. It's just so embarrassing if you go to fill her up and you've actually got less than the minimum amount that you're supposed to put in, isn't it? Oops. Right, let's see how this goes. Min delivery 2 litres. At least give me 2 litres. Yeah, well I've had 5, so there we go. Let's go for a bit more. Blimey, she was empty. Well, relatively. Right, definitely topped up now. 12 litres. I can't remember how many litres this thing holds, but that doesn't sound like a huge amount, does it? Right, better go and pay. Thank you. Cheers. Excellent. I've got some motion lotion for the day. I mean, just look at this thing, whether you want to ride it on the road or not, just as something to own. It's beautiful, isn't it? What an absolutely cracking looking motorcycle that is, I think. I know it's not the fastest, most powerful sports bike you can get. I know they haven't made them since, I don't know, 2016 or something. This is a 2015 model year. But doesn't that look beautiful? I just think that is a cracking motorcycle. Anyway, enough admiration. Let's ride her a bit more. I get criticism sometimes for always referring to motorcycles as she. I don't know why. I've got a bit of a thing about naming bikes in that I think giving bikes names is just a bit lame. So apologies if you name your bike. I never name mine. but I do call them she, so we're all odd, aren't we, in our own way. Right. Right, let's see if we can get the old trip counter zeroed up. Right, trip 8 is now set to 0, so I know I've got at least 100 miles worth of fuel out of a tank or thereabouts. Now where shall I go? I know, I think. Let's go to Vandover and then back through the back roads. There's something for everyone on this ride. Oh, what a beaut. Well, here we are, coming into Wendover. This is what HS2 is doing around here, look. Absolutely destroying the local area, but anyway, let's not get all political on the channel. So yeah, where were we before the fuel situation? Yes, bike shed show, yeah, that was great. So yeah, recommend that to you if you've never been and you fancy it. And if you are thinking about making your own custom bike, what a great place to have some inspiration. Anyway, I've never even been to the bike shed in London itself, you know, the cafe, moto themed cafe, so it's made me inspired to get down there at some point. So one day, if I get a bit of free time and it's a sunny summer's day, I'll jump on the Enfield or something and go down there and maybe make a little vid there as well. Oh, this pan is feeling lovely today, I have to say. I really should ride this more. Since I rode that Street Fighter V2, I've really come to appreciate this. It's just feels smoother, handling's great. What was I thinking when I thought that maybe I should get rid of this? This thing is a keeper. I love it. Boom, 30 miles an hour. Anyway, talking of bikes I like to ride, one of the people I met yesterday at the bike shed was somebody I'm a big fan of on YouTube, a fella called Freddie Dobbs. You may have seen his channel. Absolutely chuffed to meet up with Freddie, what a lovely bloke. And we were having a chat about the sorts of bikes that we like to ride, and I don't think I've ever seen Freddie ride a bike like this. But we are basically of the same conclusion, having ridden lots of different bikes now, that actually you want to ride a bike that makes you feel good. Now this makes me feel good today, because I'm just in the mood for a bit of a black, and I think it looks lovely. But often, I feel good jumping on my Enfield and just riding around the country lanes at 30 miles an hour. Or indeed, going for a ride on the mighty Goldwing with the missus on the back out for a coffee somewhere. And I know these things don't appeal to everybody, but it appeals to me. Morning, sir. Is that one of those new Husqvarna Nortons? I think that might be the first one I've seen in a while. And yeah, talking about bikes that appeal to me, the ones that increasingly are appealing to me as I'm riding more and more of them now thanks to the Superbike factory hookup that I've got, are older bikes. And it makes me just realise how much fun you can have on a bike that doesn't cost too much money. I think for me, older, more basic bikes are where it's at. I mean, as I mentioned, this is a 2015 bike. It has got a fair few electronics, but they're by no means the latest and greatest. And this does feel like you're riding a motorcycle. You have to put a bit of effort in to ride this. It's got a stiff old clutch. There are some vibes, it does lug a bit at low speeds, that sort of thing. It's all part of the challenge. It makes you feel good when you master it. It's the same thing when I ride a Harley Davidson. Again, people don't get Harleys, do they? They say they're agricultural and they're too thumpy and vibey and it's old tech and they don't have all the latest gizmos that you might get on a European bike. But that's not the point. You're entirely missing the point if that's what you think. The point of those things is that they put a grin on your face. Big thumpy machines with loads of torque just make you feel good to ride, and that is surely what being a hobbyist motorcyclist is all about. Different of course if you're riding them for a different purpose. If you're riding it as a means of transport to get to work, then that's a whole different kettle of fish, and I understand that. But I'm coming at this as a bloke probably like you who just likes riding a motorcycle for fun. Oh well, look at this amazing little section of road here. How gorgeous is this? Now these dark, lots of leaves here, dark, not much good light and stuff. This is classically, 30, it's slow down again. This is classically where the GoPro does not do well, so I'm going to be intrigued when I'm editing this video to see what these leaves look like as I go past at 30 miles an hour. And they're all blocky. I'm recording this in 4K. I've decided I'm going to up my game and do everything in 4K from now on. So if you've got one of those super duper TVs, hopefully it's all going to start to look a bit clearer. It does mean much more processing required for me, so I've invested in some new kit at home, so hopefully I can actually manipulate these massive data files a bit easier and speed up the editing process a little bit. Well, speed up the 4K editing process, put it that way. We shall see whether I'm successful on that. This first attempt may not work. I'm waiting for some guidance from my old mate Chopsy. He said he's going to send me the settings he uses to upload his vids, so I want to have a look at that, because I think a lot of it might be in actually how you upload them to YouTube as much as what you actually record them in. Just listen to this thing. What a beast. Having spent much of the last 2 weeks riding my Goldwing around Europe with Mrs. Fly on the back, this is a completely different kettle of fish. What a hoot, I love it. Hello ladies, walking the dog, sorry to disturb. What a difference it makes when the sun's out, on your bike. Just lovely. I've got just a leather jacket on and a t-shirt under it, and I'm as warm as you like. Thanks partly because this bike absolutely toasts your gonads as you ride it, but that's fine in Blighty. Happy to report as well, I'm feeling pretty comfortable on here. That's a bit wimpy, sorry Bruce. Yeah, shoulder's not hurting at all. I had last week, about 5 days ago, I had one of those steroid injections into my joint in my right shoulder, where I've got some arthritis, and I don't want to talk anything up, but so far so good. I'm not supposed to exercise it for a couple of weeks, so I'm being a little bit careful with it, but at the moment it doesn't hurt at all. Those injections usually are only a temporary fix, but at the moment I'm thoroughly enjoying being pain-free on this motorcycle. Get down there, friends. My right is Checkers. I don't know if Boris is in today, but I'm not going to hang around to find out. Yeah, free around here. There's sometimes some gravel on this corner. All good. Oh, love this thing. Talking of clothing, I've got some new summer gloves, look. First time I've ridden them in earnest. I lent them to a pal of mine last week when we were doing that European tour. She reported that they were excellent, and I have to say on the panny they're great. They got proper reinforcement. These are from Racer. I'll put a link below in the description to these gloves if you're interested in a pair. They've got short cuffs and they're really comfortable, and they're also very good for actually operating my GoPro, as you can feel what's going on. Bikes out today. Oh yes, right. I'm just going to come up here actually, because I do need to get a photograph as a thumbnail for this little video, which, as you've gathered, is only a daft little video. These are what I'm calling me waffle vlogs. I aim to do a few more of these if you like them. Let me know what you think in the comments below as to whether you think I should do more of this type of video or not. Because I do like making them, and I can talk about any old rubbish as long as you like. So let me know what you think in the comments below. But for now, that is about it. I'm going to go home, edit this up, see what the footage looks like, and hopefully this camera's done some improvements. Alright, have a good day, whatever you're doing. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mr. Fly. Cheerio. Oh bugger, miss me flipping photograph stop. I have to turn around.